Hello to my mindful manifestors. Welcome to another meditation and breathwork session on manifesting your best self. So today will be a nice, short and sweet guided meditation and breathwork. My intention is going to be something simple, like just getting a lot more hugs. Who doesn't want a hug, right? Hugs are great. So I do recommend, as we go along on this journey together, that you start out with more simple intentions. And the reason is that we want to exercise the muscle of confidence to really see that we are master manifestors, that we can create our own reality. And the best way to do that is to see that you actually can bring things into your reality. And so because your ability to believe in what you're trying to create is one of the three major things, it's good to start out simple. And then as we get more experienced at this together, you can start manifesting bigger things like lots of money or optimal health. By the way, the other two things, just as a reminder, so one of them is believing that you can create what it is that you want. The other is feeling the feeling of having it. So for me, it's going to be feeling hugs and the fun surprise of getting these hugs and realizing that I manifested it and all of the kind of light fun things that go along with that. And then being very clear about what it is that you want. So the intention has to be one message, one thought. So if you go back to my introduction video, which is important if you've not seen it already, I talk about how the technology behind meditation is truly just narrowing down your thoughts into one specific one instead of sending 200 emails inside of a minute, which is very confusing to the universe. You narrow your 200 thoughts down to one, you embody the feeling of having it, and then you have the belief that you can manifest it. And those three things combined create like this perfect energetic storm. And then we go through the guided meditation to relax the mind, get clear on the intention. And then we do the breath work, the engine to activate that energy and send it out. So that's what we're doing. All right. So again, blindfolds, highly recommended. Blindfolds are important because your brain function is different when you do not have light. It helps you to tap in a little deeper. So you don't have to have blindfolds, but I do really highly recommend them. You might notice that I have some jungle sounds going on around in the background. It's just a CD that I like with noises from the rainforest. Okay, so enjoy. The only other thing I will mention before we get started is as we get into the breath work, you might start to feel a lot of sensations and things happening. If at any point you feel uncomfortable, and we're not going very deep, but if at any point you feel uncomfortable, the best thing to do is not breathe through the mouth, but instead through the nose. So we'll begin with a deep inhale through the nose. And then really elongate the exhale. Like let it go as far, as deep, and as long as you can. And that's during the meditation portion. Then we switch into the active breath. And that's going to be more of a deep in the mouth, deep belly breath. So by the way, the reason for the expansion of the belly is that it actually tilts the sacral bone, which is that little triangle bone that your hips are attached to. And that's really good for kind of like getting your spinal fluid moving in rotation throughout your body. So it just elevates the experience a little bit. But so it's important to just kind of slow your breathing down if you're feeling like, I don't know, something isn't right. But if you are feeling something, it doesn't mean it isn't right. It could be the tingling, that's just energy moving through your body, or what I like to call T-Rex claws. Sometimes our energy gets trapped, or yawning, crying, the feeling like you want to move around, or you know, maybe even toning, which perhaps we'll do a little of that because that's fun. And so I guess we're not going too deep into breath work, so we don't have to be too worried about it, but sometimes people can get into a deep place pretty quickly. So just putting that out there for you guys. All right, so I'm gonna put my blindfold on and we can begin. Gotta have good hair while you're doing this, you know? Okay, so let's take a deep breath in through the nose and then and if you're in the comfort of your own home, you may even want to like get a little verbal and go, ugh. Like just let it out, man, you know? And as you keep that breath going, I want you to first step into body awareness. This is an important part of the process. Let's begin by just thinking about how amazing and magical our bodies are. This is one of the greatest secrets of the universe, is that the human body is an insanely technological, advanced, powerful, magical machine. And let's get in touch with the toes. Wiggle them around, your feet, your ankles, your shins, your knees, your thighs, your hips, your waist. Get in touch with your organs, kidneys, your intestines, your liver, your pancreas, your gallbladder. Just feel your body, your skin, your abdomen, your little butt, or your big butt, if your butt's like mine. Your ribs, your heart, your shoulders, your arms, your fingers. Let's practice actually restricting the body a little, constricting it, squeezing your hands, pressing your lips, expressing your voice, moving your head around a little, shoulders, your chin, your cheekbones, tongue, your teeth, your nose, your eyes, your ears, your hair, your head, your bones. Continue that rhythmic circular breathing. Deep inhale through the nose and just slowly elongate the exhale. Just let it come out as long as you can. It's really excellent for everyday breathing. Let's get in touch with our senses. Let's just appreciate for a moment that we can feel, that we can have a sense of touch, enjoyment, a good scratch, a massage. Touching is such an amazing and beautiful thing. And seeing all the beautiful colors in the world, the enjoyment of a bright, colorful shirt or a beautiful picture or an excellent paint. Just looking at the sky and the clouds. And get in touch with sound. How magical is it to listen to music? It changes your vibration, makes you feel happy, reminds you of that person you love, or that time that you spent driving across a bridge and just hearing a song that you absolutely love and feeling inspired by it. Sound is so incredible. We're so lucky to have these senses, to experience these things. Just stay with the rhythm of the breath. Deep inhale through the nose, elongate that exhale. Now I want to take you on a journey. Let's go someplace magical together. Let's fly. Let's imagine that we have wings, and as we stroke them, we can take flight. And see yourself flying through the sky, smelling the air. Imagine that the air is perfect and beautiful. And there's just the right amount of warm sun on your body. And you're fearlessly flying over a beautiful mountain and beach. You can see the shoreline and the smell of the ocean. And you're soaring through this blue sky with just a hint of clouds here and there, flying around. And as you're flying so skillfully and so beautifully, you begin to slow like a bird about to land. And you perch your feet out and you land right on top of a beautiful statue, enormous. And you notice this statue has an incredible resemblance to you. And as you're sitting on the statue in your little bird body, with your little bird feet, you're looking around and you can hear the birds chirping, and you're wondering what other types of birds are in the area, and you're noticing the trees that they live in, and you're imagining what it would be like to live in this particular forest, in this particular island, where these other birds live. And you're remembering what it's like to live in your tree, wherever you're from, and how the leaves of the trees provide comfort to you, and shelter, and food. And you're just really appreciating the earth, really appreciating the trees and the flowers. Maybe you're a hummingbird. You actually live off of the sweet nectar of the flowers. Or maybe you're an eagle and you're a proud American. Or maybe you're a bird of prey and you're looking for a tasty little mouse somewhere that you can scoop up. Whatever kind of bird you are, you're in the palm of the hand of the statue of your human self. And you notice the power that your human self possesses. Don't mind that, that's just my dog, Jin. Shush, Gingy. Shh, quiet, quiet. That's nature for you. There's a little animal in our forest right now. Okay, so you notice the power that you possess, the strength of this tall, beautiful statue that's really you. You also realize that you are the master manifester, the all-seeing eye of Ra, the alchemist, the magician. You possess this incredible power. You're part of everything. You're part of the trees, you're part of the plant and wildlife, you're part of everything. The earth, the ground, the soil. You're connected to the crystals. Everything that exists. We are all connected and we are all part of it. And within that system, we are very, very powerful. Keep your breath going. So we decide that it's time to manifest something beautiful. We're creators, let's create. And so, as always, the mouth of that statue opens up, we dive inside, slide down into our hearts, the control center. And when you get into your control center, you are so comfortable, so at home. And you say to yourself, okay, this is where I come when it's time to create. And you open the dashboard and the window of the world is now in front of you. And you can basically bring into your life, into your future, anything you want. So what is your intention? For me, my intention is to bring hugs galore into my life. Hug emojis, random hugs, hugs from customers, hugs from friends, hugs from lovers, just hugs. And every time I get a hug, it's going to reinforce that I am the master manifester, that I create my future and my reality, that my thoughts are what become my future. And so today, I am choosing to think of hugs. And as you become more and more in touch with your intention, think about what it feels like to embody it, to have it. Think of how proud you are to know that you created that. You made that experience happen. Congratulate yourself for taking the time today to sit down, take a few breaths, come up with an intention, and bring it into fruition. It's a very busy world that we live in, so taking this time for yourself is really nice, really important. There's my first hug. I'm hugging myself for doing this, for not being too embarrassed, or for not worrying about making the perfect video, or for not caring about all the people that are going to criticize me or judge me or comment about how I look or whatever. Just letting all that go. And now it's time for us to start that engine and go into the breathwork portion of this and really activate our bodies so that we can bring this intention forward. And so now we switch from a deep inhale through the nose and exhale through the mouth to a different type of breathing. Now, it all happens through the mouth, in and out, with a deep inhale and a full expansion of the belly. So, and you might meet with some resistance like I am. Your mouth gets dry or your eyes start to tear, but keep the rhythm of that deep breath going. And just drop that exhale. So, quick disclaimer on this. If you have asthma, if you have seizures, or if you just have a dry throat, you'll have to excuse me a second here. Just keep that breath going. Good job. Just keep the deep inhale going. Deep belly breath. Exhale. Just drop that exhale. And you can breathe at your own pace, whatever feels right for you. There is no right or wrong in this process. Good job. Just keep that breath going. If you're starting to feel some resistance, some yawning, some tearing, sometimes, like I mentioned, your hands can cramp. It just means you're quickly going into that activation process. And if you don't feel anything yet, then that's pretty normal in the beginning. It takes some time to really condition the body to activate that breath. But as you're going through this process, notice what your body feels like. Notice if there's any resistance. Resistance is not just physical, sometimes it's mental. Sometimes you're feeling like you want to do it, but you don't want to do it. It's like meditation, you know? You love it when you do it. You're glad when it's been done. It makes you feel so much better. But getting to that point sometimes is challenging. Just keep that breath going. Deep inhale through the mouth, 2 finger wide open. And as you're actively breathing, feel what it feels like to embody that intention. Send it off into the universe. Send it out into your immediate future. Celebrate what it's going to feel like to bring that into your life. Believe that it's real, that you can do this. And believe me, you can. Every thought you think every day is a competition, because the thoughts you think most are the ones that win. So let this be your winning thought. Let this be what manifests into form, into matter in your life. Anytime you find yourself throughout the day having a thought you don't like, replace it with this. I don't want to think about how I feel about getting dumped or how much I miss a certain person. Instead, I will think about getting hugs. Keep going. Deep inhales. Expand that belly. Drop that exhale. If you feel the need to yawn, just go with it and yawn. You can stop and take breaks. If you want to move around, move around. It's good to let that energy flow. If you find yourself in a really emotional place, let the body tell you what it wants to. Express. This is your time. This is your moment. Okay. This is just a little taste of breath work. I do much more in-depth sessions with people. And if you like where this is going, you can take it to the next level. But always, it's very important when you're done breathing that you allow yourself to come back into a very quiet, normal, relaxing place. So when you stop breathing, that's what we call the integration. And sometimes at the end of my active breath, I like to hold it. So take a deep exhale, right? So, and then just hold it. Hold it at the exhale instead of the inhale. And usually your body's pretty oxygenated and you can hold it quite a long time. So some of you can play with that. See what that feels like. So the integration, you go back to breathing in through the nose and out through the mouth. And just relax. Get back in touch with yourself. Doesn't take much. Just a little bit of mindful meditation and breathing. And the next thing you know, your thoughts have become your reality. So I'm gonna go and get some hugs. And whatever it is that you're wanting to bring into your reality, I'm sure will be showing up. And if you want to share your wins, so to speak, or your results, I think it'd be great to hear how people are enjoying it. And I'm just getting started with this process and putting together a YouTube channel, mainly just for fun. But if you do want to follow and continue the process and journey, I'll be posting here on Facebook regularly, as well as keeping a history of all my videos on Mindful Manifestors. All right. Well, anyway, everyone, hopefully you have a good day. Bye.